Now, squats. There are two variations of squats, and they are very similar to one another. The first one is going to be the goblet squat, which is a basically front squat with the kettlebell in the goblet position. And the next one, which is just probably the next evolution in that, would be the Hindu squat. The Hindu squat is basically the goblet squat, but on your tippy toes. So, squats can vary widely when it comes to setup. It can depend on the depth or shallowness of your hip sockets, the length of your legs, both lower leg and upper leg, your flexibility, ankle mobility. There's a lot that can go into what will determine your squat position. So I suggest playing around with different forms, finding what works best for you. To do that, start with your body weight. You don't need to add any weight. For me, I like to have just my feet just outside of shoulder width. I like to point my toes slightly out. I drive my knees in line with my toes, and I squat down. You don't need to go ass to grass to have a good squat. You want to maintain a neutral spine the entire way down. If you're starting to do a butt wink and curving that spine, you've gone too far. You've gone past your flexibility limits. You need to work on strengthening your mobility or increasing your flexibility. So, some squats for people can look like this. Some people prefer a more narrow stance and they have no problem doing that. Some people can go deep. Some people can go all the way down. When you start adding weight, you want to be safe with squatting. You don't want to injure your back. Find what works best for you. With that said, let's hop into the goblet squat. So, kettlebell in the goblet position. We start lowering down, knees driving out in line with our toes. Find our stopping point and come back up. You can do pause squats, which is where you drop down, wait a second, come back up. You can increase that time however you see fit. But this is the goblet squat. This will fire up your entire legs and glutes. Now, we do the Hindu squat. You're going to bring your feet a little closer together. Kettlebell in the goblet position. Up on your tippy toes. And then we squat. This will predominantly focus on your quads. This will also strengthen ankle mobility. This will bulletproof your knees. This is a great evolution to the squat. All right, we're talking thrusters. Thrusters combine a squat with a shoulder press all in one movement. This is a powerhouse movement and can get a great workout. So we're going to bring the kettlebell into the racked position like so, and we squat just like we did before, and on our way up we finish with a shoulder press and repeat. Switch sides, repeat the same thing. These will fire up your legs and shoulders as well as your core, and will get the cardiovascular system cranking. Just like so.